drinks are more important than stocks. You want to rise? Jumps like this is not gonna fly. Okay, all right. This is a comic trick. This is a comic gimmick they like to do. Okay. Round start DI. It don't matter if you're silver. It don't matter if you're platinum. It don't matter if you're diamond. It don't matter if you're gold. It don't matter if you're 1400 or 1700. Round start DI is not a good idea. All right, so fellow feat enjoyers, welcome to another coaching session where we're going over a Juri player. So, hey, I like the grab. Okay. Let's take tally here, okay? That's nice. You need to keep applying pressure. Okay, the reason why we want to keep applying pressure because we do not want him to feel comfortable enough to do this, right? Ideally, once you see him do something like this, you'll start to realize the fact that he's going to try and take sneak drinks on you. Okay, this is a decent grab. Okay, so once you see them willing to take drinks from a little bit further away, once you see that happens, then what you can do is you need to put it in your mind the fact that they're gonna try and take liberties. Okay, and on opponents like that, you're gonna have to play a little bit more aggro. Otherwise, you're gonna take more liberties like this, get free drinks, which we obviously don't want them to do. So if you're on this video, I'm sure you need some help. I Lord know I did at some point. So here's the thing, you want your favorite players to come and coach you, but let's be real, they charging like $200 per hour. You don't need that. But what I got you good. I'll give you some free coaching. And what does that mean? That means you drop your CFN down below. I'll go watch your recent ranked matches. I'll assess them, let you know things you can work on, as well as things you can practice in the lab in real time to help you improve. And yeah, I'm not your favorite pro, but I'm available. You know, those pros are not available. So once again, drop your CFN down below. I'll take a look, I'll help you out. And hey, even if I don't help, it was free. You didn't lose anything. Not like the $50-$60 sessions the others be charging. Once again, drop your link down below and back to the video. Nice. Oh, okay. All the cash out. Nice. Yeah, it's hard to stop. What did you press here? Yeah, you can't master. Don't master. It's ill-advised to master. That's what I'll say. Okay. Okay. Oh! Why did we jump here? We definitely could have gotten like just a free back grab here. Okay, because now you made yourself punishable. Now the reason again I don't like this is because you want to be super mindful of what you have available to you. Okay, in this specific case, if we're not comfortable with burning ourselves out, we should not be taking that opportunity. You feel me? Oh no, you didn't press it. Did you press something afterwards? You didn't press anything. This is free meaty timing. You had it right, but you just didn't follow it up. Now you're basically dead. Yeah. You definitely had the right idea there, but you just needed to press something because that counts as a frame tap. Okay. Okay, you see what I want you when you're dealing with dive kick characters, what I want you to be more mindful of is where they're hitting you. Okay, where does the dive kick touch? Okay, this is a rule of thumb when it comes to dive kicks. Okay, if it is your upper body or higher, they are negative. Okay, if it's like knees and lower, generally they're gonna be plus or in a situation where they can actually press something. Okay, if they're this high up, it's very unlikely that they're allowed to press something there. Okay, What did you, let me see what you pressed here actually. Yeah, I'm not sure why you lost it. You definitely should keep that in mind, but I'm not sure why you lost it though. Okay, he spends. Let's skip the animation, shall we? Okay, all right. This is a comic trick. This is a comic gimmick they like to do. Okay, there's nothing. You didn't do anything bad. You really just got caught out. There's nothing there. There's nothing you really did bad about in this situation in particular. But with that being said, you want to be mindful that they might try and pull this off. Okay, this is just one of those. For next time, be mindful of it. Okay, they like to do this. Negative. Okay, sorry, let me be specific. If he does sweep into drink, then he is plus. Okay, if he does the actual combo or the Rekkas into drink, he is negative in this situation. Okay, yep, unfortunate. Bye. Okay, so what are the things that we can improve on based on that match, right? Things that I've noticed off rip is the fact that you're giving him way too much leeway and space, and on top of which it seems that you're unfamiliar with what Jamie wants to do, especially when it comes to his pressure and such, right? With that being said, let's go on to the next game. All right, you beat enjoyers, let's go on to the second game. Okay, I do like you're taking aggro, making sure he doesn't feel comfortable, and making sure that he doesn't get that drink. That's good play. Be careful with this, huh? If we're just trying to close out, I'd rather you go for a heavy store there. Again, you see that now you're giving him too much space, he might go for it. Yeah. See what I'm saying? So when you're fighting Jamie, you don't want to give him this much space. He's going to backdash and going to try and take an extra drink. You don't want to give him enough space, especially the fact that like he wants to, that's what his goal is, especially the first one is his most important one. Like if he gets the first one, he's good for the rest of the game. I've seen Jamie just get the first drink, just play. Right? Now that he has two. Wow. Okay. Okay, pull up. Okay, we're perfectly fine. Again, tell yourself that you're fine when you get DP'd. It's fine. You're fine. You have the health lead. You can take advantage of such. Okay, now we're playing too fast. Why are we jumping here? What are we... When we jump here, do we... You gotta think of your opponent as someone... If I jump here, is he going to anti-air me? What are the likelihood of him anti-airing me? I know it's a lot to think about, but once you get to this rank, you have to start considering this. What if I jump here, will he anti-air me? Or what is his likelihood of anti-airing me, right? Because right now, he's just a neutral chilling. Do you think he can't react to this? And if you think he can't react to this, why can't he react to this? You see what I'm saying? If we haven't shown him options that there's a lot to consider on the ground, then he will just be looking to the sky to anti-air. If you haven't showed him what is scary about you on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Again, don't give him too much space. You gotta walk in. Nice. Finish up. Beautiful. Easy. Make sure you're taking that space, making sure that you're not giving them enough space to do what they want to. Okay. You gotta be very mindful of your feet and how many times are you gonna get sniped that way. Careful with this. You've already done this before. I'm not sure why you keep going for it when you know that it's punish counterable. Instead, just take a store or just end your turn there, right? Or go into a fireball, but instead you're taking this overt risk, right? I'm not sure why we're taking this risk. Now he just pulls up on you. Damn. Oh, that's it. Oh no, he decided not to kill. Don't spend. Yeah. Now, the reason why I said don't spend is because it was not seeming likely, number one, that you were going to kill, and number two, that you would have survived after that point. So it's fine that you decided not to go for it. Round start DI. It don't matter if you're silver, it don't matter if you're platinum, it don't matter if you're diamond, it don't matter if you're gold, it don't matter if you're 1400 or 1700. Round start DI is not a good idea. You have learned this lesson. Okay. Right now, we're just not playing with a whiff punishing game at all, right? And maybe it's because you're uncomfortable doing so, but realistically, jumps like this are not gonna fly, right? You want to rise, jumps like this is not gonna fly. They're not gonna allow you to jump like this for free. You feel me? So now your goal should be trying to whiff punish. Ooh, he did that kind of nice. Now your goal is to try and whiff punishing the normals that he likes sticking out. So far, we've noticed that the button that he sticks out the most is his crouching medium kick. So we want to try and snipe that button. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. But realistically, this is the button that he's sticking out the most. Is the button that we have to snipe. Okay? Because otherwise, he's just going to keep trying to sweep or crouching medium kick. And it's kind of play that game otherwise. You keep trying to jump in neutral, hoping to catch something. And even then, if you're trying to jump, try changing your arc up with your dive kick, right? You want to also tweak your jump arc. You haven't showed this option yet. Oh, you messed it up. Ah, you're done. Okay. So overall, I don't think that you played necessarily all that bad, but there are a lot of things that I noticed about your play that, number one, you're just not comfortable with doing, right? And it's understandably so. It's going to take some time, and it is something to learn for sure. But with that being said, you're jumping way too much, on top of which you're taking unnecessary risks. These risks are leading you to getting blown up and giving Jamie free stocks. Also, we're playing at ranges where it's very easy for him to just kind of backdash, take a free drink. We want to be making sure that we're staying in a certain range where we can whiff punish. 1 and 2, where he can't just freely backdash and go for a drink. Okay, let's get on to the lab section. You feel me? Let's get it. Okay, let's talk about the game plan here. We're going to keep it very simple. Again, what I like to do is I like to incorporate very simple and very actionable plans that will allow you to improve. How do we accomplish this? So, throwing this out a lot, right? We want to stand, oh god, my inputs. We want to stand right outside of that range. We want to wait till it comes, try and snipe it. The reason why we want to try and snipe it is because this is what he's going for, right? He's consistently trying to go for this, right? He's consistently trying to get it because he wants this drink, right? Drink. That's what he wants to do to you. We want to deny that as much as possible. So that's why we cannot stay at this range trying to get stocks. Because someone in the chat actually said it the best way. Stocks, or rather drinks, are more important than stocks, okay? The natural flow of your combos will allow you to get it, right? The natural flow of your combos will allow you to get stocks regardless. See what I'm saying? But with that being said, drinks are so much more important, especially once he gets that first one. We want to deny that as long as possible. Okay, ideally you'll be playing the neutral, whatever, woo, boom, then he does that, right? You want to make sure you feel super uncomfortable while doing it, making sure to try and check him as best you can. Eventually you'll get better at it, right? But the goal is to make sure that he feels uncomfortable as possible while doing so. Okay. Your pressure was pretty good, right? But a lot of the time we end up here. Now the reason why we was ending up here is because we weren't taking any space back, right? And when we did take space back, we didn't really pressure them all too often. I felt as though you were on the back foot for most of the game, and then this was an option we didn't really explore all too often during the match, right? We want to make sure that we're checking them. And especially because yours is so egregious, we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of this, right? You have the best, if not the best. You should be doing this a lot more, especially if you haven't seen the fact that they can check you for this. You should definitely be exploring this option a lot more. Why? Because you're able to do that, whatever, right? And then punish them, whip punish, whatever have you, right? And take that space back. A lot of the time we felt, I felt when I was watching, like you weren't really taking any of your space back. And then you would play here and then you would try and jump. Okay, you can alter your jump arc. Okay, because your opponent is just thinking, oh, if I stand here, I get crouching heavy punch. Right? We don't want him to have that freedom. Okay, when you going in, change up your arc. Yes, this can be negative in yes, this can be negative, right? I understand this, but the thing is that we want our opponent to think more when he's trying to anti-air. We don't want him to think, all I gotta do is press crouching heavy punch and I anti-air. Anytime that he go for this, right, it's just like, I'll just press the button, right? And then we kill him for it, right? We want to make sure that he's hurting for the decision of trying to anti-air me. You dare try to anti-air me? Hell no, right? As for this, there was a couple of situations where one situation in particular where you tried to hit on this. You can't hit on this. Unfortunately, he's +1, which means he's guaranteed the crouch jab. The last thing I wanted to go over was there was a situation like this, right? Let me see if we can get a little bit closer to where it was. It was something to that extent, right? It was definitely hitting up on the higher end of the body, something like that. Okay, and then he was able to try and mash there. The goal is that the rule of thumb when it comes to dive kicks is that if it hits the lower end of the body, it's less likely to be negative, aka punishable. Okay, so just like that, you see how when I hit her toes, I was able to become +2 in that situation, while if I hit up here, I'm actually +4, or they're -4 on that situation. Notice the difference. Okay, so when you're playing, you want to be a little bit more mindful of where that's hitting you, because if you see that it hits your toes, let's see if I can force another toe situation. There it is. If it hits your toes, then they're plus, but if it hits their upper body, then they're more likely to be negative. Okay, those are things that I wanted to go over. Again, thank you for the replay. I hope you can definitely take something from it. It was definitely enlightening for myself as well. Appreciate you. Any questions?